Hello guys, welcome back, and today I'm bringing you another guide from Monster Hunter Wilds, and today we are talking about the controls. Now I'm gonna show you the PS5 controls for this game, but you can easily map it to the Xbox controller as well. I'm gonna show the image on what buttons I'm talking about, and you can map it to the Xbox controls and make a note of it. Now let's get started. To start with, your weapons can be sheathed or in drawn state. For example, right now we are in sheath state. Now we are in drawn state because your weapon is out. And controls for the both states can vary. So we'll first talk about the controls when we are in sheath state. Okay. So let's starting with, we have the X button. So if we are not pressing anything, we don't press the left stick, which is used for moving around. If I don't press that and I press the X button, we will crouch. This is how you crouch, and then you can move while crouching. So pressing the X button again will get you out of the crouch state. While I'm moving, pressing the X button will actually let us evade as well. Now there are other uses of the X button. These are contextual uses. For example, if I can use the X button to talk to the NPCs, and then I can press X to go into the menu, and if I want to basically use something, I'll also press X again. So this is the basic control that we'll use for this for navigating through menus as well. These are the contextual uses of this button. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the circle. Circle is used for gathering in the field. For example, if I scout flies are highlighting this, which means it is lootable, and circle button will let you gather these resources. And it is also used for cancellation in the menus. For example, if I go into the menu using Elma, I can press the circle button to go back. These are contextual uses of this button. And then we have the triangle button, which is to take your weapon out and enter into the drawn state. We can then press the square button to go back to the sheath state and put back your weapon into the sheath state. Left stick is used for movement, as we discussed. L3, which is pressing in the left stick, will let you dash. You can press L3 to move faster. You can press L3 again to move slower, press L3 again to move faster, and again press it, which is basically pressing in the left stick. The right stick is used for adjusting the camera angle, as you can see, and you can use the R3, which is pressing in the right stick, to highlight the monster you are hunting. For example, if you can see at the bottom left corner where we have the minimap, right next to it on the right side, we have the prompt for R3, which is basically toggling the highlight of a monster. Next we have D-pads on the control. So right now we are hunting a monster and our waypoint is set. So if I press up on the D-pad, Sacred will come pick us up and we will start moving in the direction of the monster. Now if you don't want to do that, you can press down on the D-pad. Sacred will come and pick you up, and it will not move in the direction of the waypoint because we pressed down on the D-pad, so it will not start moving on to the waypoint. It will rather move wherever you want it to move using the left stick. There is left button on the D-pad, which means that Sacred will come pick you up and it will open the Sacred pouch. For example, if you want to move something to your pouch, you can use it using the Sacred pouch, and it will show you the things that are there in the Sacred pouch. And last but not the least, the right button is used for switching your weapons. As you may already know, Monster Hunter Wilds have 2 weapons instead of 1, and you can switch those weapons using the right button on the D-pad. So if I press the right button, Sacred will come pick us up and the weapons will be changed because our Sacred is carrying that extra weapon of ours. As you can see, our sword is changed now because I pressed right on the D-pad. There are contextual uses of the D-pad as well. For example, if I go in menu, I can move on to these tabs using the left and the right button, and I can even navigate down and up using the up and down on the D-pad. So there are contextual uses of this D-pad as well. Next we have the item bar, which is the L1 button. Press and hold the L1 button and it's called item bar at the bottom right appears, and there are other things that happen. For example, it shows you your radial menu, your map is highlighted on the left, bottom left. It also shows your slinger ammo. It also shows the meal effect on the top left corner, if you can see. So meal in this game lasts for 30 minutes or more, depending on if you are adding some ingredients to it. It can also last for 50 minutes. By pressing and holding the L1 button, you can see how much time remains before the effects of that meal wears off. But more importantly, it opens the item bar on the bottom right corner, as you can see, and you can press the triangle and circle button to select an item. For example, I want to select the dung pod, so I will use the circle button to go right and square button to go left to select whatever I want to select, for example dung pod, and then I'll leave the L1 button. Right now I am holding it, so I'll leave it and my dung pod ammo is selected and is set. You can aim whatever you are holding through the slinger using the L2 button, and you can use R2 to fire it. So with L1 I set the ammo that I wanted, and using the L1, L2 and R2 button I can fire this dung pod, as you can see. Now we also have R1 button. R1 button is again used for dashing. So we used to dash using L3. If you are not comfortable pressing L3, then you can also use R1 to dash. And then we have the options button to open the menu. You have multiple options in the menu. This is the button that you would use to open your menu and check other things. You can do many things through this menu. We will make another video for what all things that you need to take care of in your menu, but for now you just need to know that the options button brings your menu up. And then we have the touchpad on PS5 controller, which is basically opens up the map and it shows you all the details about the map. The map in this game is very good as compared to the previous games, and you can also press the D-pad button up and down to check all the levels of this map. Alright, so that's it. This should be a very basic and the beginner's guide, which should actually let you get off. I know there's a lot of going on with the controls, but it is very essential to play this game well. So if you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for future Monster Hunter Wild guides. Thank you guys. Bye bye.